Butter into the dry ingredients like this. All right. Just kind of want to cut it in there. You're gonna need to work. You need to do this for a couple of minutes. All right, and you get butter and you keep knocking it out. Just keep going. You want pea-sized shaped pieces in there. Use the paddle attachment of your mixer as well if you'd like. However, you got to remember that you don't want to overwork this particular technique. You don't want to overwork the pie dough, otherwise your pie dough will be tough. It'll be really chewy and not good, not flaky anymore. All right. So once I do that, I have like pea-like pieces in here. You see that? All that's pea-like pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my yolk, and then add my cream. A little touch more cream. And then we're just going to continue to mix like this.
How did you know you needed to add more cream?
Because in my experience of working with this particular flour that we've been using over the last, I've been working with that flour over the last like 4 months, and you know, flour is weird because we're going to talk a lot about flour next week, but they've been genetically modifying and altering flour in this country for about 10 years now, since they developed something called the 27 chromosome wheat, and the flour is just so dry. None of my recipes are coming out good anymore. So it's weird, you know, and a lot more people are developing things like celiac and stuff, right? A lot more. And obviously we did a really good thing by developing that 27 chromosome wheat, which actually produces twice as much wheat in the same acreage of land. So we actually really was helpful to curing things like hunger and stuff, but we've been really dry lately. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of work this and bring this together to where the wet spots get introduced to the dry spots. Like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. All right? We're just going to work this without overworking it. We're just going to work it. All right, now some people actually put, not Pate Sucree as much as Pate Brise, but Pate Brise is the savory version of what we're doing here. All right, this is a sweet version. But we also will add things like vinegar, right, in order to help facilitate the breaking down of the protein, right? So now we have essentially we have our pie dough, just like that. All right, so that's our pie dough, and we'll pull it together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some plastic wrap. We're going to wrap our pie dough in the plastic wrap. All right. Then we're going to let this rest for about an hour, so that the butter comes back to its original state. All right, that's what we're looking for, right? Now, see the way I did it round and I did it flat? Some people will just put it in a big ball like this and put it in the refrigerator. And then you got to take that big ball and make it flat later on. Might as well just start with it a little bit flatter. It's a lot easier to roll out later on, right? So that's a technique. All right, and there's another technique that we want to do that's a lot easier. Whoops. And this way, you just take your flour and your sugar and your salt, and you put it in here and turn it on. We add these simultaneously, and 10 seconds later you're done. Oh, we're gonna have to do this again. I screwed up. I don't know what's going on. I went to New York for too long. All right, I'll get those remeasured. I'll demonstrate this again to you later on. Sorry. All right, so even the chef with 30 years of experience, sometimes not perfect. All right, so we'll do this again later. All right, through the magic of television,